To open our practice, begin on your knees with palms supinated. Ensure that your spine is elongated as you close your eyes and tilt your gaze upwards toward the sun. On inhale, bring arms up, and exhale, arms down. These sun salutations may also be performed in a seated position with legs crossed or legs extended if kneeling causes discomfort. Throughout our practice, we will be focusing on the Ujjayi Pranayama or ocean breath. This technique is done with the mouth closed, breathing in and out through both nostrils. On the exhale, the key is to restrict the passage of air to make a sound similar to ocean waves. Link your breath to your movements as we continue the next sun salutations. On the next inhale, rise up onto your knees, bring palms together overhead, and form a baby back bend. From here, we will transition into the first main pose of our practice, camel pose. Reach back, keeping your thighs perpendicular to the mat until you can grasp your heels. If you find it difficult to reach your heels, place your hands on the back of your pelvis for support. Hold here and come back to your breath. On the next breath, roll up and bend forward into child's pose to counteract the back bend. Hold this for 3 breaths. We will now go back to camel pose a second time. Lift up and do whichever back bend feels right for you. Camel pose is a great way to stretch the front of your body, open your chest, and improve back flexibility and posture. Hold this pose for 3 to 5 breaths. When you are ready, return to child's pose to release any tension in your back. At any point in this practice, feel free to return to child's pose. Sweep your arms up and down as if dragging your fingers through the water to feel a release in the shoulders. Place your hands firmly in front of you and push up into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes and come into downward dog. We will now transition into the second main pose of our practice, dolphin pose. Slowly bend your arms and lower onto your forearms. Ensure that your fingers are spread and your arms are parallel in front of you. We will hold this pose for 30 seconds. To release, Drop your knees and reposition your arms to press back into downward dog. We will now begin a warrior sequence, which will lead into sun warrior, the third pose of our practice. Shift forward into a plank position. Step your right foot through to lunge, rotate your back heel, and come into warrior two. Ensure that your hips are square to the side, your front knee is in line with your ankle, and your arms are parallel to the ground. To begin Sun Warrior, flip your palm up, rotate your arms so that your right bicep is beside your ear and your left hand is resting on your back thigh. Tilt your gaze to your fingertips and open your chest towards the sun. Rotate your arms back to a parallel position. Then place your hands on the ground and come into plank once again. We will now repeat this sequence on the left side. Step your foot through to lunge, rotate to warrior two, and bend back to complete the sun warrior pose. While holding this pose, your arms may become tired. Feel free to place your hands on your hips to reduce strain on the shoulders. On your next inhale, rotate back to warrior two and return to a plank position. Bring your knees down and rest in child's pose. Our next position will be a seated spinal twist called half Lord of the Fishes pose. Shift to a comfortable seat, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Cross your left leg under your right so your foot is near your right sits bone. Cross the right over the left, keeping your foot on the ground and both sits bones evenly planted. Twist to the right, linking your left elbow with your right knee. From here, extend your gaze over your right shoulder to engage a full spinal twist. This pose may also be done with the bottom leg extended if knee or hip pain occurs. Turn your spine back to a neutral position and cross your legs the opposite way to receive a left twist. Right leg under, left leg over, twist to the left, connecting your elbow to your knee. Hold here for 3 breaths. Release this position and shift onto your back for the final pose of our practice. Keep your knees bent and feet flat on the floor as close to your sits bones as possible. Lift your pelvis to come into bridge pose. Clasp your hands beneath your pelvis, or, if your shoulders are tight, leave them pressing into the floor at your sides. This pose is meant to provide a deep stretch for the chest, lungs, and abdomen, meanwhile relieving the effects of depression, asthma, and fatigue. If you would like more of a challenge with this pose, gently lower, place your hands above your shoulders, and press into upward bow. Otherwise, continue to hold bridge, using a block for support under your pelvis if necessary. If you are in upward bow, tuck your head and come down slowly. If you are in bridge, lower your pelvis back to the floor. We will now enter our final meditation. Choose a comfortable position for you and take time to make any adjustments if needed. We will be doing a sound meditation. Close your eyes and take a deep centering breath. Try to only focus on the sounds that you hear. Isolate each sound and let the music soothe you during these next few minutes.